What is going on, folks? New location, but
Yeah,
we're back.
but this dude is over here in a new location. Now, here's the funny thing. Y'all didn't have to hear. If you have any friends, anybody, and they talk to you on the phone, they just moved in, and you hear this echo, tell them fuck you. So,
Yeah, it was a little
being
empty,
black, moving up in life,
but yeah, new location. So you're gonna see a lot of this Gunpla background. You probably see the helmet over there. So I'm
boy,
building up that up. So you'll see a lot
boy,
of stuff here.
look, I'm a father, so when I start putting my shit up, it's gonna be like, really? That's my kid shit,
Yeah,
nigga. Really, look, because I know it's going to be one goober. Hey, Dwayne, I noticed that you had a plushie that's from. Oh God, I need something that my kids are into. Fucking God, dang, what's the joke? Jitsu Kaisen or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, no, I don't watch that. Like, nigga, I don't watch that shit. In fact, I'm trying to get my kids not to watch it because all the people at Maps walked down on that, walked down on them. Yeah, I'm trying to tell my boys to have some integrity, but they're like, yeah, but when the new episode? So I can't, see.
But then you know what we can't stop? Draymond punching a nigga in the face.
Okay, Chris, it was so funny when somebody approached me like, "Hey, did you see what Draymond did?" I'm like, "No, I did not see what Draymond did. I did not see it because all I saw was the picture that I have up right here. That's all I saw on the news and all the rest of that.
Draymond came
And
with
I'm like, what did he do?
bus.
So this is what happened. He rolls off the defense. He posts up. He posts up against motherfucking Yoker. Jerkix. He
The
got over
jerking.
here and did there the jerk. Anyway,
Jerk.
he posts up against this nigga. His name is Nicola too, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah.
But was it Nicola or Nicola? You know how it is with them.
All these Russians.
These Russians. Sir, Serbians and Czechoslovakians, sir. Get their shit
Serbians.
right. Yeah? That's like calling a black dude from Harlem a Miami nigga, and they were like, "No, I'm not." It's like
so
that.
the Czechs and Serbs.
Like, I know we're the same color. The Texas Serbs. Shut up. Anyway, but he posts up against this dude, right? And I'm thinking he just completely does a 180 and slapped this dude perfectly, boom, across the face. I'm like Joe. Look, I'm like Jokic. I like y'all. Yeah. I'm hitting the ground. Fuck you. You get this full foul. Get the tech. Get the fuck out of here, you non-playing. Oh my, Chris. What was the purpose?
You know what?
What was the purpose?
There's a couple of things that comes from this.
What was the reason?
We finally found
What
out.
was the reason?
No reason.
What was the reason, bitch? Like, yo.
We finally found out the origin of Draymond. Which ironically enough, Draymond represents, the old school people like this new NBA is pussy. We need niggas that fucking elbow. And Draymond represents that because what's his face in Detroit? Rashid was like, yeah. So he hung out with us back in the day. So
here's the thing. As much as the reason why I'm so against it, at least at my older age, is because I used to play dirty. I ain't gonna fake. I played dirty. I was slower than niggas, so I had to play a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
But there's leaning on niggas, and I love doing that. I just lean on the motherfucker all day through the game, just make them niggas tired. It's one of the best. One of the most easiest defensive tactics in the world. It's just leaning on that dude. Yeah, your weight on that dude for those next 15 minutes is going to get on his last nerve. But anyway, like, I get certain tactics where you gotta do shit like that, right? But some of the shit he do is just like so unnecessary because it's reductive in the sense of the game. Let's keep it a buck and let's give Draymond his full respect. Let's say, Draymond, you're always playing at a max, which will be an 86. Not higher than that, y'all. He's an 86. That's as high as he ever been. Anyway, but still, let's just say he's playing at his max. He's playing the best ball in the world and all that. We just lost you for 3 games.
And lost a championship, a possible championship, because you did what you did.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do shit like that, yeah? That's just reductive in the sense of a team, bro. I get that a lot of these players, if I was one of these dudes out here, especially one of the millennials, you notice like all the older millennials get a little bit dirty when they play ball anyway, because they're slowing up. But It's just a thing. That's just a thing in basketball. Everybody, when they get old, they start like, I ain't got the speed. I'm gonna grab this nigga. I'm gonna grab the tail of this nigga's shirt.
Like the end of Above the Rim when he need that nigga in the fucking.
See, that's unnecessary.
Like,
Let me tell you something, man. Niggas in the 90s and 80s. Look. There were people like, I can say this, there were people like my dad, dudes that played basketball, know the fundamentals of ball, knew how to play ball.
Yeah.
And then there's niggas who, that's a foul. That is a foul.
I kind of was feeling Tupac there in the game, like, it's a foul, ref. That's a foul. I'm like, here's a point.
Chris, do you know, even with 90s rules, those were still fouls, bro.
But nah, evil Tupac had to go, so Nigga, let me tell you something. Somebody on the NBA is gonna pull that move on Draymond one day.
One day it's gonna be one. Look. The one thing I've always like, even when I seen old heads really dog my generation out, you will always get one older dude or one of them just got, all right, leave that young fella alone. Go ahead, that nigga. He 22. Like, he 22. He has way more energy than you. You better not do it. That young man get the swinging on you. I ain't gonna stop him. I'm gonna let him get his hits in.
But breaking news: Draymond Green suspended indefinitely.
So he's probably out for a few games. Quite a few games. Oh, yeah. My thing is like that sounds like Silver's gonna be like, you know what? Really? There's leaning into your meme, and then there's you being a fucking asshole to me. Like, and that's the thing I noticed. I get it. More players got power and all the rest of that. Mm-hmm. I noticed a lot of y'all niggas are doing what actually any generation of ballers would do, because every baller has been a prima donna. So all of them would do little childish shit you're doing. If David Stern had the rules out the way that Adam Silver came out, do you know how Larry Johnson's like, nah, I need more money on that contract. Well, Larry, I'll try. Like, no. So you notice a lot of them try to lean on motherfucking Silver like he ain't gonna do shit. Like, look, here's my thing. The way he gave Ja a full, okay? You all right, young man? Mm-hmm. All right, buddy? You're good, okay? We'll see you later. What the fuck? Look, see you later. See you, bye. Mm-hmm. Hey, get back in here. Nah, you suspended. No,
Speaking of which, D, Wizards fans, D, I will relinquish that. You know what? You're right about the Wizards. They're not winning 10 games before Christmas, so I'm sorry for even taking that wager. I apologize. I had the faith, and you know what? Maybe there needs to be a veteran in that locker room for the Wizards to slap Jordan Poole upside the fucking head or something. I don't know.
There should be. We are missing.
That's all he really needs. I feel Draymond was the goal before Draymond punched him in the face, but I'm pretty sure there was somebody on the Warriors that was like, hey, Poole.
Everybody else, they got a ring. I'll probably give Jordan that much. He sees rings. He can't talk so much shit. He earned one like everybody. He only got one with him. But he earned one like the rest of them.
But he was their guy off the bench that was just like, damn, this nigga fucking shooting. I think the issue that's happened with the Wizards is one part is coaching, for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely coaching.
The second part is
the biggest part of it. But yeah,
the second part is what you said. Poole, probably say Karama. Kuzma. Like, a lot of these players on the Wizards, they have the ability to score double digits. Like, because even with Embiid dropping 50, that game was fucking close as shit.
No, it wasn't.
Well, maybe the score kind of makes it seem that way.
No, don't do that. Because
that was probably garbage points.
Because I'm assuming that was garbage points. Did you see that I put up in the second half when it was 30-70 something?
Yeah.
In the second quarter.
So, all right. But anyways,
here's my thing. Look.
They had the pieces, but I think Poole
let's put it this way.
Gelling.
No, all right, look. I'm with you. Let me help you on that.
Okay.
The problem the Wizards have is, number one, like you said, they're young. Number two, yes, coaching is terrible, up and down. Wes Unseld and all the rest of them need to be fired tomorrow. If you have somebody that can come in. Period. I don't care if they're shit. They're going to be way better than Wes Unseld Jr. Mm-hmm. So you can fire him. Now, my thing is this. Now, taking all that off the plate, now we leave it with the players. I see role players. That's all of you are. All of you that have talent on here aren't starters. You're probably more like role players. Denny, one day you're probably going to be good, but right now you're great off the bench. This is not you being a great off the bench team. Who's my other white boy? Oh God, he's a good long range shooter though. 42, number 42. Kispert.
Yeah, Kispert.
Kispert. Ooh. Dog, get traded to like somebody like the Jazz, Cleveland, somewhere you can come off the bench and just clean. You know what I mean? He'd be perfect for them. Kuzma, you need to be a number 3 or a number 2 that's doing something. If you were a number 3 or a number 2 with a playoff team, nigga, you will have an Aaron Gordon year. He will have a straight up Aaron Gordon year where he will become dynamic. So yeah. And then we got Jordan Poole. Jordan, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. This is probably God's lesson to you saying, nigga, you better than Rod Strickland, but you not better than Rod Strickland. So that's probably what's going on with Jordan right now. And Jordan really let it get to his head like this is a team. He hasn't earned nothing. No. And I think he realized that. And now he's doing what every young player with his ego, with a ring already on his finger is thinking. Whatever, I'm gonna try to rake a rock and it's just gonna fall into place. No, there ain't a leadership bone in that nigga's body, huh? So this team is doomed.
Yeah,
now, it really is, man. I hate it.
The second half of this, me and D, we've lived in this area. When we were, young kids, we watched the Bullets play at the USA Arena, Cap Center. Watched the Capitals play there. We've been seeing wrestling events there.
My school was a part of the last few schools. I think.
Yeah, me and you.
Crossland.
Both our schools.
Wait a minute, was Rassville there too?
Yes, Rassville was there too.
So pretty much everybody in PG.
So
that's what I'm saying. Pretty much everybody in the 02 year then. Because I was told that Crossland was the last one, which is bullshit because I thought we graduated before you.
The 03 class, either way, the 02 class of all the schools was at Cap Center before it got destruction. So
we were the last class that got that shit.
So we have history with the Cap Center. We have history with the MCI Center / Verizon
Center / Capital One Center.
Capital One Center.
Capital One Arena. I'm sorry, Arena.
Yeah, Arena. But we have history with that. And if you live
I took a picture of it when it was the MCI Center. I was in front of it when it was still constructing.
I went to many Starcades, 2 Starcades at the MCI
Yes, you
Center.
did. I went to the last Raw before COVID happened. It was a good show, but you can tell WWE was like, we might be going to Florida next week, yo. Like how you can tell it was like that. It was weird, yo.
We have history with both arenas. And
I will say this. I went to the Wizards' first playoff game. There was their first play. Remember when it was Arenas, Hughes, and Twan.
Yeah.
It was just those 3 before Caron Butler came. But that's when they was in the playoffs, and that was their first playoff win in that stadium. In all of the history, the history of them being there, and I was there. It was sold out. It was amazing. Me and my best friend, my sister, was there. Oh, it was awesome. I never heard that place so loud, man.
So we have history of both these places. So tell me on this. Yeah, 2 Starcades. Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking like
the Sting Hogan one. They got
the Sting. What was it the one at the end where Sting was like this and WCW one? Was that one? Yeah.
And then the following year, Nash and Goldberg.
Nash and Goldberg. Now, how did that end? Now, how did that one end? Oh, the Taser show. You went to the Taser? Did you see the smoke arise from his chest? Yes. I love it. So, you saw history. That was wrestling history, nigga.
I saw history twice, and then finding out later in life that the Sting shit at Starcade technically was supposed to go a different route, and it's like, wow, it really was a shit show. God damn.
My wife saw the first Raw where I know friends that went to the first SmackDown, which was here in DC
Mm.
at the MCI side. I have a bunch of friends that went to the first SmackDown, and my wife went to I think it was either Raw. She told me it was either Raw or SmackDown, where Stone Cold first started doing the shit where it was after the show, and they just stay out there for a whole hour just kicking the shit. She said that was the first, that was like wrestling history, because that was the first time they started doing it before every Raw. Stone Cold's out there drinking a beer, drunk, entertaining the whole fans.
So that being said, Ted Leonis comes out and says we have a major announcement. You're like, okay, what's going on? Because for a while, if you've been listening to the Working Title Sports Show, we've been hearing rumblings of the Saudis possibly trying to buy, a Washington team, or try to buy the Wizards and Caps or whatever. And
the whole thought was they was going to buy Monumental Sports.
Yeah.
And Monumental Sports have the Wizards, the Mystics, the Capitals, and if I'm not mistaken, the DC United and the Defenders, I think.
Yeah. So
I think they have the Defenders. I'm not really sure.
My logic was, okay, maybe that's the announcement. Turns out that's not it. The Wizards and Caps are going to have a sports complex entertainment center area in a new arena at Potomac Yards. And if you know where Potomac Yards is, it's in the Route 1 corridor of Alexandria. And if you've been in this area, that Route 1 corridor of Alexandria is already a mess as is because of new apartments, new condos. They've revamped the shopping center. They're putting an Amazon facility over in Crystal City.
And say what you will, it's still getting through Old Town, Virginia.
So you add a sports complex in that area, which is supposed to be behind, I guess, the movie theater over in that vicinity over
My thing is that's the best part to put it at. Mm-hmm. They already have the parking space. They don't got to do too much. They can probably put an above ground thing up there, which I will expect them to do.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Yes, that is a good spot. Yes, it makes the most sense if you're going to do it in Virginia and do it close to the city. That is as good as you're going to get it. Chris, you've been over there. I'm done. I'm done talking.
National Airport's gonna be
you put a fucking airport there. How's it gonna make a difference? I mean, not airport. You put a motherfucking metro station there. How's that really gonna make a difference? Really think about that. How will that make a difference? You put one there at Potomac Yards. Well, they can get off it, didn't it?
So it made people feel some way because number one, apparently DC wanted them to throw money at basically revamping the Capital One Arena, and I guess Ted wasn't going for that because these sports owners, they want new. They don't want to revamp that. And if you ever watch John Oliver talking about, like, this years ago, he talked about the whole thing with football stadiums and stuff, and how the taxpayers are pretty much footing the bill, especially when you look at somebody like Detroit, right? Because I guess the Detroit Lions apparently are looking for a new space for a stadium, but it's like, but they're still paying off this one that they're playing in now. So what the fuck, and it's a mess.
Minnesota, they had a move, but their whole the way they got their new stadium was a fuck you. Remember what I told you about St. Louis, how they ripped all this shit out how they ripped all the copper wiring out the stadium before they left out of St. Louis and shit. So, it's these owners don't give a fuck about the city. And Ted Leonsis here's the weird thing. Mm-hmm. It only bothered me because I know the truth a little bit, and it's not like I'm like, you don't talk about Massapoland like that. But Abe Poland was the owner of the Bullets and the Capitals, in the beginning of all this shit. Mm-hmm. And before he gave it to Ted Leonsis, he was the best person to give it to in the city, because Ted Leonsis was like top 3 in the city when it came to millionaires. So yeah, it made a whole lot of sense. Did he have like a big stake in AOL at the time, man, or something like that? Yeah,
before he cashed out.
And made Lidos or something like that shit.
Yeah,
and he made more money with that. But anyway, Ted Leonsis was the best person to give it to. But the one thing that Abe Poland was really big on was he cared about the city of DC. You're not going to get no owner that's going to give a fuck, even if they're from a city. They're not going to give a damn. Okay, Ted Leonsis is from where? Washington D.C. Alexandria. Shut the fuck up. He's from D.C. Okay, He knows how this city goes. If you live in DC, Maryland, Virginia, wherever they're in the DMV, you know how the city fucking pumps and work and all the rest of that shit. And you make money. So you know exactly where the money's at in this whole fucking city. Of course he's going to want to go to Virginia.
Because Virginia has been itching to have something. Like right now, the only thing Virginia got is what the Redskins training camp.
That's and they want the Commanders down there. And it's like,
oh, they want the Commanders in Ashburn, a stadium. And here's the funny part. There's plenty of space in Ashburn, but the other issue is how the fuck are people gonna get all the way to fuck to Ashburn?
Man, you better start making a bullet train.
Now there is a metro stop that goes to Ashburn, but I don't think it's in the vicinity of where they wanted the stadium at.
Hell no, they don't. They gotta have to do so much infrastructure out there. And I think about this about other places because of course I'm not familiar with the land around any other city, but I have to think like imagine if what I heard that Cincinnati want to get a new fucking stadium. D, can you imagine them motherfuckers like we're going to motherfucking Kentucky and I'm probably like that's not a thing. I guarantee you they're like we'll go across the fucking bridge and put Cincinnati in fucking Kentucky just so they can get a tax break, they can get more money, whatever it may be, huh? And here's the funny thing I will say. I laugh at the people there are like, they ruined Chinatown. I'll be honest with you. I lived in this city all my life. Did they really? It smelled like piss when I was 5 and it still smells like piss.
That's the other
What are you talking about?
That's the other issue too, because if you're around the Gallery Place area, Gallery Place has been in a state of it's like a lot of the businesses are leaving, but then there's also other businesses that are moving in on the strip. So it's weird. It's like Gallery Place itself that had Lucky Strike and all those businesses, like a good chunk of them.
That sprung up around the shit, though. Remember, that sprung up around the shit when there was still money flowing with people. I don't understand how we building more shit in this country and everybody's broke. This is the shit that don't make no sense.
Scamming, I guess.
Oh my God, I don't get this shit. Ain't like only people that are living in GTA fantasies right now, not giving a fuck about credit, are doing that shit. I don't know. Something.
That's the crazy part. Breaking ground, 2025. 2028 is when the team can start playing tentatively. Now, if somehow DC comes out and offers Ted Leonis as a deal where it convinces him to revamp Capital One, well, Virginia's out.
Isn't that? I think DC can do it, and to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I think it would be I still think it would be more beneficial to keep it in DC. Just to be honest with you, and that's not me saying that as a fucking Washingtonian. I'm like, no, nigga, it will make more sense if it just stays there. There's no fucking sports team in DC outside the cap. Like, if you leave that out, man, it's just going to be the defenders in DC United here. Nigga.
Which it helps.
Nationals, yeah, actually, y'all can leave.
That's the funny thing is because the Nationals, Defenders, and United, it bolsters that Navy Yard wharf area big time. Yeah, so that place always get foot traffic.
Period. And it's going to be weird because I didn't look. Me and my brother-in-law, we've been talking about it, especially all the shit that's going over there. I said, yo, these next 10 years in DC in Southeast is going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to get gentrified, but when the gentrifying starts, like everybody say you see it now, but when it starts, oh no, we're not saying it. These are just white people that want cheap ass houses. Well, we right now. We're not seeing it, but when we start seeing all these black folk that got money coming in here, start ripping out shit, that's when we're going to know that's going to start. And that's going to be weird in the next 10 years because all that got revamped. And that's another thing when you do this shit. You're lifting up the town around you, whether you're putting up more buildings or you're just throwing up more trees and not benefit off the ground around you, like, motherfucking Dan Snyder. I don't know why he did that. Like, you think one of those car dealerships right there, wasn't that an oarsman back in the day that used to make money and now it's like a busted ass on used car line?
Now, here's the thing. They said Virginia lawmakers voted Monday to approve the arena project in Northern Virginia. Final vote at the state's full General Assembly is needed to pass the project. So it's not like official yet.
I think it is.
General Assembly could be like, I don't know, guys.
I think Virginia is itching for a sports team no matter what. I think they are. I think like even if it's DC, the whole state of Virginia will benefit off the Washington Wizards and the Washington
Northern
Capitals.
Virginia, nah. See,
But
that's
that's
the thing.
weird. I know it's weird, but
See, you
yeah,
say the whole state. Fuck that. Just say Northern Virginia because it's weird.
it's just Northern
To
Virginia.
live in Northern Virginia, the only thing, GW? Oh shit, George Mason. Oh shit, I want to watch, like, you know.
You know what? No, I think people don't know this, Chris. By the time you pass Charlottesville, it's a whole different state.
Yeah.
Once you get into Quantico, you be like,
the hell is this?
There are more minorities around here with freedom. What's
a lot of Hispanics.
A lot of Hispanics, and they're not driving in trucks. Oh, okay. What's going on here? All right, the Negroes are here too. Wow.
Yeah, Nigerians.
Yeah, there's a Pakistani. Oh, yes. This is quite the melting pot, as they were calling it. Yeah, but it's a different state. Once you get past once you get into Quantico, that's when the color barrier.
I ain't gonna lie, you ain't lying. Well, actually,
outside Dale City.
As soon as you pass the Waffle House in Garrisonville, then
you need to shut the
Virginia.
fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up. Because technically, I think that's where the look. If y'all around there, y'all know this shit. That's where actually, in D's opinion, where the Mason-Dixon line actually is. It ain't all the way up there. No. It's further down there. That's where, because the second you cross that bridge, you don't get no country station. It's just one. That's the one in DC.
you see that sign for Waffle House on that Garrisonville Road? It's like, oh, we in the deep south now.
Oh man, the second you see that Waffle House, like, what you doing around here, boy? Like, I'm still in Virginia.
Still Northern Virginia.
Dixie flags. No, it ain't, boy. Dixie flags everywhere. Anyway, no bullshit. That's not even funny. It's like you get a Garrisonville, like, why are there so many Dixie? Nigga, this is like, y'all lost.
Yo, side note,
George Washington. Didn't George Washington live in Garrisonville? Like, what the?
Funniest moment that was similar to this before we continue.
Jesus.
I took my girl to Hershey, Pennsylvania last year for Christmas. It's Christmas lights. She'd never been there. As soon as we hit PA outside of Hershey, she was like, no street lights out here, huh? I was like, we're in the country. Amish country, could be people racist. I don't know. I don't know where we're at, but cross your fingers.
Cross your fingers. My wife did the best thing in the world. It was so funny. We was going down to Savannah and we stopped in South Carolina, I think. And my wife said, "Oh, like you don't want to drive." She's like, "I'm kind of scared." Why? And she just said straight talk. I'm scared to drive in the South. Which, I be real, you know this as well I do, Chris. That's a real feel from black people, and it is justified. I'm fine with that. I told her this. Hey, baby, we're in South Carolina. I don't want to be here. This is South Carolina. You know what? How bad it is? That's the origin of my family, and I can't go nowhere down there. And it's like, nah, I'm good. Technically, we started to stay up. I don't want to. This is where your great-grand. I see it over here. I don't need to be.
Anyways,
South Carolina.
I just had to throw that out there. But anyway, so the Lakers won the in-season tournament, and apparently, what we're hearing is two things. One, LeBron. Hey, look, I agree with Shannon. When you're the first to something, you have to tilt it in your favor. Now, I did put up a meme in our Working Title Sports group of Kobe looking at them hanging the NC banner.
I think you're wrong, but at the same time, I think you're kind of right. I will give you that much.
Kobe is like, that's cool. I think he would be happy, but he's like, yeah.
I got a feeling. Look, I'll tell you this. All right, you see how LeBron looks, right? Yeah, I love that smile. Black man smile. Kobe would just do this. You see this? No teeth, just what? Season not over.
Exactly.
I get that from Kobe.
Yeah.
LeBron like this. Look, y'all say I suck at every single thing. I'm doing a touchdown spike every record I break from here on out. I don't blame LeBron at this point. It's like, what more do I need to do for y'all niggas to say I'm great? Yeah,
he is gonna retire when Bronny hits the NBA, and he'd be like, "I played with my son. Fuck you, Jordan. Jordan never did that shit.
Your kids was good enough anyway." Here's the thing: I don't know how good Bronny is. He had his first game, so we'll see. Like I said, we'll see.
But anyway, so you got
the thing is, shout out to the Pacers.
Halliburton. Oh, bro, the Pacers, bro.
Shout out to all them. Shout out to my boy, big
Halliburton.
dude, Miles. Tell my boy Miles and all them that they played their heart out, you know. I will give them that, man. But the Lakers is like, nah, we smell this. We need something to lean on. You know, I'm not mad at it. My thing is just that I really hate how this really exposed how the haters were to LeBron. I don't like that shit. Which is, if LeBron didn't win this shit, they would have been Clown City.
Now, here's
It
the thing.
would have been Clown
Oh,
City.
you're right. But here's the crazy part. Apparently, after this, the NBA is considering giving a playoff spot to a team that wins the in-season tournament after this, which I was like, so you mean to tell me, D?
This backfires in only one way. Eric Chris, much like the NFL with the 7th seed, you see where I'm going with this.
I just see the Wizards to win the in-season tournament and then just take the rest of the season. Just take the rest of the season.
Record. 20 and 40, 20 and 90, 20 and 60. I need that. 20 and 60.
The Wizards tank, get a big spot, and still make the playoffs. Is the trifecta.
Boy, they will cancel it tomorrow. Much like black people, if they get up and all join the NRA at once, it will be the same.
Like, this is a big mistake. We're not doing this.
This is a big mistake, guys. We let the bar too low here. And I think that, look, here's my thing. If the Lakers are in 7th place, I'm going to be like, NBA, are you sure this is a good idea? Because here's the funny thing. When it comes to in-season tournaments, much like I'm going to take soccer, for instance. All right. The FA Cup that happens, the big English Cup that happens every year, where all the English teams play each other in a big ass tournament, blah blah blah, enter the game, wins. All right, let's just say you're Chelsea and your season sucks, but you are flying through that motherfucking flying through that tournament and you actually win the tournament. What sours it is when you get to the end of the season, and not only are you not going to be in the Champions League next year, which means you're in the top 4 teams in the English league, but you're not in the Euro League, which means you're not 5th and 6th place. You're 7th place. So you're sitting there with a trophy that you had to muscle out, and you're in 7th place, sitting there doing nothing. No tournament play, which means less money, which means no TV money, which means Nike gonna take my shoes away. So you see where I'm going with this.
So it's just like, you know, I'm curious
to see what they do with it, man. I think they need to change that rule because I already see a team fucking it up being in 8th place.
So yeah, that happening. You know, so we'll see. You know, Embiid has been fucking being a goddamn monster.
I'll give it to them cooking. Did you hear there is this? Now, it's not a big thing. It's not like it's a alert or nothing, but Philly has been shopping. That's all I will say. They have been shopping. They have been looking.
Shopping?
Yeah, and they have been looking to trade him. They're not saying they got nothing in the stone, but there's one report said it was Sacramento looking at it, and they will give up a lot to get him, which is like, he's not going to Sacramento. And even if he did, man, that's a stupid ass move to me because you took all the good players away from him when he gets over there. But no, whatever. But the point is, I had a theory that the Sixers were going to do this as a precaution.
Yeah.
And they always do some type of scouting and looking and just maybe trades if we propose the trade, shit like that. They always do shit like that, but at the same time, nothing's solidified yet. So I don't know, man. I just something I noticed. I was like, I was probably right because I have this feeling if the Sixers, because they're blazing right now.
Yeah.
Right now, but it's screwed.
And they just got Kelly Oubre back. So
hey, man, look, Kelly's been playing better also, and I love the fact, like I said, I told y'all Maxey is good. That dude is good. He's nice. I don't trust him in the playoffs, but let's see what they do. But I have this feeling if they get bopped out second round or even the conference finals, I think there's going to be serious talk about Joel Embiid getting about of Philly. Yeah. I got this.
If they don't get
nothing this season. If they make it to the finals, they're gonna double think the shit. But trust me, if they get bopped out in 2 games, they get bopped out and don't win a game and only win 2 games in the conference finals, he's getting shocked. Seriously shocked. I mean it. I got this feeling they're going to do that shit, man.
So, D, it's that time of the year, college football bowl games.
Oh my gosh, Chris. I took the time and I said to myself, Chris, I have to not only know. Now here's a stupid thing I did. I just wrote down the bowl games, did not write down who was playing.
Now I have it in front of me actually.
But thank you.
So I can crack it off and we can kind of go down
back and
based
forth
on your list and stuff. So, all right.
The bowl season is here, people.
It starts on December 16th. So December 16th, we have the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Georgia Southern versus Ohio.
I have no dog in that fight. Here's the funny thing. Now you're probably saying, who's the sponsor? There is no sponsor. The South Carolina tourist people, I guess, because that's all it is, just Myrtle Beach. Basically, visit Myrtle Beach, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no real sponsor for that. Yeah. Next one.
So next one is the Cricket Celebration Bowl, Howard versus Florida A&M.
We have a term for it, but I don't feel like calling it that. Well, the nigga bowl.
It's a nigga bowl. Come on now.
I told this to my wife, and my wife said the same thing. So let me get this straight. I was like, me and Chris said T-Mobile. She was like, black people gave their heart and soul to Sprint. I'm just saying, a transfer of power would be the go-to.
Niggas love cricket.
Missed opportunity. No, man, don't do that to us. Those are Hispanics. Don't do that to us, man. I don't know if that's true. But you have hey, you got a sister got a cricket phone. Don't play with me, Juan. You know your sister got a cricket phone, nigga.
Crickets are the new track phone at this stage.
Hey, Jordy, don't look at me. Don't look at me like that way, Jordy. Your baby mama got one.
All right, so
Latinos are just like black people. We forget this. Anyway, go ahead.
The R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Jacksonville State versus Louisiana.
And I asked myself, what is R&L Carriers? Those are truckers. That's the trucking company.
The trucking industry got in the game now?
The trucking industry. Don't pay their truckers. Look, we're not going in there. That's politics. These not in it. But they've been doing it for years. I saw Carrier. We're talking. I thought it was Carrier at like the ACs and shit.
I thought it was like a phone carrier. Like, who the fuck is R&L?
Yeah, who the hell is R&L? The trucking company R&L. You seen the logo? If you see the logo, be like, yo. You know what I mean? It's like that, yeah. Like good example.
So we had the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. Miami, Ohio versus Appalachian State.
Hope App State wins that in real talk. I don't know how good Miami, Ohio is. Avocados from Mexico for the Cure Bowl. Hey, whatever. Hey, man, look, it's all good. What you want me to say? I ain't got no joke for that.
Is Letta New Mexico Bowl, New Mexico State versus Fresno State.
Oh man, I have no for that. I know New Mexico State had an
Indian reservation casino.
That's an Indian reservation casino, dog.
The Native Americans, they finally got their hands in the college basketball, college realm of money.
We said, how are our sluts? White man, get drunk at our
Native American reservation casino.
God, got somebody on the pan flute killing that shit in the background. Woo! Destroyed that shit.
Hey, them nil deals must be lit.
Shut the fuck up.
The LA Bowl, UCLA versus Boise State. That's kind of a home game again.
Chris, it is the Starco Brands LA Bowl.
You call
hosted by Gronk.
You said the Capitalism Bowl, formerly Jimmy Kimmel.
Remember that a couple years ago, y'all? We said the Capitalism Bowl was the Jimmy Kimmel Live Bowl or some shit like that, presented by Tostitos or some bullshit. It was some ridiculous thing. So when I saw Starco Brand, what the hell is Starco? By the way, didn't find out, but Starco Brand, it is the LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. That's a word that is on an official thing. Hosted by Gronk. Why do you white people give this man power?
Starco Brands. They're the people that make the modern day inventions like the whiteboards and shit.
Is it like 3M and like SC Johnson Wax where they own like all the cleaner chemicals or something?
Yeah, 21st century consumer goods company.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh,
That's definitely a lot of money.
They're part of the 1%, I see.
See, these are two teams. So New Mexico, they have a home game basically with the New Mexico Bowl, and then UCLA got a home bowl because they're at SoFi in the LA Bowl. That's crazy.
They're like some of these things, like some of these teams, they will get like a home game. Like I remember where Tulane used to get the New Orleans Bowl all the time. It's like that's a home game. That's literally where they play it every day. Is the Superdome. So like that's a home game for them.
The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, Cal versus Texas Tech.
Now, I will say this. I got Cal winning this game. Number two, D, I done seen that name a couple times. Who is this technology company? Hey, Chris, they're pretty much the contractors for the DOD.
Funneling money again, aren't
they? They help kill people. The system continues to work. That's all I can say.
Circle.
It's a circle.
Oh,
it's like poetry.
It rhymes. Famous Toastery Bowl, Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte
got two bowls happening.
Now, that being said, Famous Toastery did start in Huntsville, North Carolina. It was a little itty-bitty shop, and now we franchised over 400 restaurants, and it's just so quaint. It's just we have different breads.
A restaurant
we have different breads, different toast. We have a bagel lineup.
Like they really just like, yeah.
And I thought to myself, how did y'all nigga get sponsorship shit though, yeah? And I'm thinking to myself, that's why I put down here 3blackgeeks.com, the Working Title Sports Show presented by 3Black.
Swear to God, if I had won if I won that Mega Millions, I'm like, 3BG about to sponsor a bowl, baby.
I'm sponsoring a bowl game, man. Hey, who want to play together? I need two conferences. I need the two worst teams in the SWAC and the MEAC. We're doing this.
I would have called up Crick and be like, you're no longer sponsoring the fucking Celebration Bowl. It's 3BG presents.
Tabs up, motherfucker. Tabs up.
3 Black Geese present the Celebration Bowl.
The Celebration Bowl, the Negro Bowl. Sir.
I got enough money to call it the Negro Bowl.
I'll call it the Negro Bowl. And look, you know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be one of them schools that's always up their ass. FAMU. That's gonna be all like, we don't want to do this.
Hey, I get a school that wants to do this. Jackson State, what are you doing?
Look. I get one of these white schools. What's Southern Alabama doing? They ain't doing shit.
What's Bowie State doing?
Let's give
the nigga bowl.
Who really get that shit? Give me Fisk University versus Robin Morris tonight. It's gonna be some good old Division III football. Let's go.
Nah, I really would make it a nigga bowl like it's the DMV bowl, bitch. It's Bowie State versus Howard. Let's go.
Bowie State versus Howard. Bowie get ran the fuck over, yeah. But I forget that Bowie got all the. That's wrong. No. Bowie gets all the dudes that grades weren't good enough, so they do got some killers on their team.
ESPN is like, who put together this bowl?
This wide receiver core, they all actually entered the portal. They're all going to be in Division I. Well, good for them. I think that will be good for their future.
3BG, giving opportunities.
Giving opportunities. Look at these dudes. 400 yards on television. Look, 400, man, you threw for over 500 yards, man. So what you going to do next year? Well, this is my senior year. Ooh, that sucks, bro.
Maybe the Jaguars look for you.
Come on, man. I don't know, man. You could be a walk-on on one of these teams. One of the XFL. No, what I said, one of these XFL teams, you can be a walk-on.
Oh, man.
All right,
anyway, so we got the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, UTSA versus Marshall.
Go Marshall because they're just local. Good for them. Also, Scooter's Coffee is just bougie ass coffee. Just bougie coffee. Think it really hurts, but it's on the West Coast, okay? It's the same thing.
The roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl, South Florida versus Syracuse.
My wife looked at me cross-eyed when I told her this.
I mean, It's a lot. It's a lot.
Roofclaim.com, Boca Raton.
Insurance companies.
It's the Boca Raton part. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's an insurance company. Insurance companies have skin in the game to actually do some shit like this. So
yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I would think, and of course, a couple of the on here be
San Diego Insurance was actually sponsored for some years. One of the bowls. I forgot which one it was.
Actually, the next one we're about to go to.
The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah, that used to be the San Diego Union Bank or some shit like
Claims
that.
Bank or some shit.
Claims Bank or some shit. Exorbitant. Didn't need to be that fucking long. It just
Yeah, this is a home game for UCF because it's Georgia Tech versus UCF at Tampa Bay, Florida. So it's cool. Day before Christmas, that's Saturday. Christmas Eve, that's Saturday. We got the Birmingham Bowl, Troy versus Duke.
Yep. That's going to be a decent game, but Troy's going to lose to Duke because Duke has a quarterback that's going to the NFL
portal. Yeah, I thought he went to the portal.
Oh, is he going to jump to the portal?
Apparently.
All right.
I know.
Nix
I know, right?
Okay, Drake. See ya. I don't know why Drake did that. Why would whatever.
So the Camellia Bowl.
Yeah,
Arkansas State versus Northern Illinois.
Which, by the way, is not sponsored by no one, so good for them, I guess.
As we said, wow, this is so funneling money. Holy shit. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. James Madison versus the Air Force.
Two things. Okay, now I don't think my wife is. No, she's not. She can't hear this. She won't hear this. She got headphones on. She won't hear this. So she set off the break. She was like, "That's funneling money." I was like, "I don't know who's playing, so who knows?" JMU, the military school, right? Is that half? No,
James Madison. No, James Madison.
James Madison is not military. I thought they're not impartial.
But the Air Force is.
I'm thinking of motherfucking Centerdale for some reason. But no, yeah. So let me get this shit straight. First off, JMU, good for y'all. Heard y'all had a fantastic season, and actually. This is actually going to be a decent game because Air Force ain't nothing to roll over.
Air Force had a pretty really good season, actually.
This is actually going to be a good game. That being said, hey, America, don't make it so fucking obvious, man.
In Fort Worth, Texas, where the military, bro, come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
Just hand Lex Luthor the keys to Metropolis. Why don't you? Like, yo, what the fuck?
That game is gonna have the obligatory F-16 flyover.
I mean, all these will, but this one, oh man, massive cock. I mean,
dick slinger right there, Lockheed.
This is where your money's going, America. Drones.
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Georgia State versus Utah State.
And it's sponsored by us, the good people of Ohio. Have a potato.
Idaho.
What is that, Ohio? The good people of Idaho. Have a potato, why don't you?
The potato industry is a booming.
It's a booming. I love the way you say it's a booming.
The 68 Ventures Bowl, South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan. What the hell is 68 Ventures?
68 Ventures is a golf course real estate investment firm. Chris, see, we here at 68 Ventures, we believe that your future is our future as well. See, what we believe here is that your money belongs to you. And your money needs to be yours. And what we also believe is that your money is yours. So no, I was reading that mission statement. It felt like a little bit of a circle to me. That's why I said that shit. I don't know the real mission statement. Don't quote me, y'all. I was just being funny.
The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Utah versus Northwestern.
Utah versus Northwestern. That should be a decent game, actually. That really should be a decent game. I'm going for Utah on that one. That being said, Chris, do you know that SRS, they are a building distribution, a building materials wholesaler. In other words, they are very important to the infrastructure of this company. I mean, of this country. That being said, Chris, I wonder what money are you funneling? What money are they funneling? Anyway,
first off, D, they're playing in Vegas, so you already know how they funnel.
In Vegas.
You already know how they fall in that.
My
way.
wife again is saying all of this is like tax write-off. Like, yes, of course it is.
Why you think I want 3BG? If we wanted to blow on the lottery, it'd be like 3BG is a tax write-off, buddy.
We doing this shit, nigga. We doing this shit. All right, that's what we're gonna do.
I will literally create a bowl. 3BG presents.
Oh man, I'll sponsor the biggest battle of the bands at that same fucking bowl game. Sell out that joint. Ain't nobody there to see. Look, ain't nobody there to see. D, why you gonna do that to Morgan? Why you gonna do that to my motherfucker? Why you gonna do that to Morehouse? Fuck them. Morehouse State, because y'all niggas can't name no other black college outside of Morehouse State versus a team that can crush them, Jackson State. It's gonna be 40-0 at halftime. Y'all ain't gonna care. When all them bands come out, they coordinate this thing for 2 months. They ready.
And we pay J. Anthony Brown and Orlando Jones because drumline, that's why.
And on our drum line, you know how black people, we don't do nothing proper. Click, click, click. Hey, y'all. We got something to show y'all. Stop. Hit the motherfuckers. Oh, shit. You know how black people, we can't do nothing proper.
Really can't, man. So
the intro, though, white people like the game was supposed to start 15 minutes ago.
Don't matter. To be slaps.
They're like, this is the third time I heard. This is the third time I heard Swag and Surf by a different band. Oh man, think about that, Eric, Chris. We'll have 7 of the best bands in the country on the field at one time doing swag and surf. Oh my God, it will be a beautiful moment in Negro history.
If we have enough time to just throw money at ESPN, yeah, just keep us on air. Keep us on air. I know we're past time.
Yeah. We're gonna be past time. I feel like we should give this to BET, but they're gonna squander this shit.
Hey, look, I will personally go to Atlanta and Tyler Perry like, yo, put this bowl game.
I need your cameras there, not your wigs, just your cameras.
Just the cameras. Do you know how big this will be for BET? A bowl game on BET, bro. Ratings.
No, here's him. My college guy playing it. Your college has a terrible football. You know what? Yes.
Put him in.
Hey, Jackson State, y'all still got some of those people that Dion had over? Yes, I do. You want them niggas to eat? Is it gonna be on ESPN? Yeah. He put on glasses. Well, let's rock. Oh man, we'll set motherfucker. We'll set up. I don't know where Tyler Perry graduated. We'll set his whole fucking squad up.
Oh man, so East Coast Hawaii Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus San Jose State.
I heard here's the funny thing. I have not seen nothing of San Jose State. I just noticed they had a good year out of nowhere, and it kind of took me off
under the radar.
So didn't see that one coming. Yeah, that is a
shipping label tools.
Yeah, shipping label tools. It's an in-betweener, and it's like, yeah, y'all gonna be going like in a year and a half. This is gonna be a new sponsor a year from now, trust me.
This should be a good game, actually. Quick Lane Bowl, Bowling Green versus Minnesota. Quick Lane is a Ford oil change place.
Oil change place. It's the same. It's weird. It's like when you look at all the shit down here, it's just one of 3 things where it's like, you know what? I expected that to be a bowl game.
Yeah.
Like, in the Quick Lane Bowl, if there was a Jiffy Lube Bowl, we'll say the same thing. Well, I expected one of them here.
Meineke, somebody gonna
Meineke, one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if
Jiffy Lube.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I expect those people to be on here, but you know, whatever. Anyway. But that's going to be actually a decent game, man.
Yeah, because Bowling Green's been pretty good this
Bowling
season.
Green, well, I think they're the best team in the MAC, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah.
I think they won the MAC.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Serve Pro First Responders Bowl, Texas State versus Rice.
Now, here's the funny thing about Serve Pro. Serve Pro legit are the in-betweeners when it comes to disasters. They give they actually are a vital part of fucking FEMA. They actually set up shit. They make sure there's enough tents, shit like that, yada yada yada, woo woo woo. And it's actually pretty damn cool. So D has a question. What money are y'all funneling? What money did y'all not spend but spent on this? Like, yo,
it is in Dallas, Texas, so you know that's a tech area. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, what y'all do? Crypto, what is it, nigga?
Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Kansas versus UNLV.
This is going to be a run over game for Kansas. They're going to win that joint. It's a mortgage company. I don't need to say much better. But Kansas is going to win that one. Kansas, I feel that they should be in a better fucking position. Okay, first off, I see what you're putting up about who's going to do the motherfucking coin toss and who's going to sing and all the rest
Deborah
of that
Clarkson
shit.
would be good.
Nah, get Fantasia. Get Fantasia. Oh, Satan. Just all that lip and all that mouth.
Man, yeah, that would. Over an audience is Russell Wilson and Sierra. Isn't that amazing?
Nah, man, think about it. I want all the Negroes there. I want all of the Negroes there, yeah? Shoot, man. And look, just to make it more special and black, make sure that it's got like a proper band behind her, and the dude that's playing trumpet not too far from her is Wynton Marsalis, just to make it more black excellence. Come on, man. You gotta get a Marcellus up there, man. Get Gaspard, somebody. Let's look. We're trying to win an Emmy here.
Speaking of which,
powerful.
For the first time ever, this may not be a funneling money bowl. The military bowl presented by GoBowling.com. VTech versus Tulane.
VTech versus Tulane. Tulane had a pretty decent season this year. I don't know how good Tech is.
Tech was okay.
Tech is like Tulane. I would have said Tulane won last year, but they're kind of not. I don't know. I don't know how good Tech is, man. But also that being said, Chris, bowling.com. Why is it bowling.com?
That means the military is funneling money through bowling.com.
My wife said this, and I agree with her on this one. She said, I wonder if that website has Go Army, Join the Navy, and shit like that up there. You see the logos on the bottom, and you see like the logo for the Coast Guard and all the rest of that. I wonder if that's on the website. Did you just go to gobowling.com to see if it's sponsored by the United States military?
There's nothing there. It looks legit.
It probably is, man. But like I'm saying, that's our joke, really, is that we know that a lot of this money is going to go to just more money and just, you know what I'm saying? We know it, man. Like, none of this is going to fall on the kids or nothing like that.
Oh,
it's gonna fall on the schools.
I know what these are. So you probably seen them. Bolero.
What, the bowling balls?
No, it's like the bowling alleys. It's kind of like think Dave and Buster's, but it's like structured around bowling. That's what it is.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
Yeah, there's one in Rockville. There's one in Bethesda. There's one in Tyson's Corner. There's one all around the area in Baltimore. This a thing.
Y'all trying to take out AMF? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, bro. AMF is old school.
You see him disappearing, man. Yo, the one I thought that would be busted is the one right there up in Temple Hills. Nigga, still rocking. They still got leagues. They got leagues, nigga.
You know how we are as black folks. We love us some bowling.
Bowling and skating. White people don't underestimate us.
Oh, God.
The time and effort that I see niggas put into bowling and skating is ridiculous.
Top golf now too. Add that
top
to
golf,
because
man. People like my pop, man. He revived now, man. That's the only sport he can play. It's golf.
Now, this next bowl game, I may be going to it. Duke's Mayo Bowl, North Carolina versus West Virginia. It's in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. I might
Duke
be going
versus
to
West Virginia. I think if I were you, I would go. Wait a minute, West Virginia versus who again?
North Carolina.
North Carolina
actually had a decent squad this year.
Go for Carolina. I would. Just go for Carolina.
It's going to be a good game, though.
Yes, it will. It will be.
Duke, yeah, as you know, it's the Mayo. It's Duke's Mayo, the company. It's a North Carolina-based brand, so it tracks. So DirecTV Holiday Bowl, Louisville versus USC.
That's going to be a decent game.
Petco Park.
It's going to be a decent game. That's going to be a decent game, man.
DirecTV, obviously, you know.
DirecTV, duh.
I
got Louisville winning that.
Tax Act Texas Bowl, Texas A&M versus Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State versus Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Aggies stink this shit, so I'm gonna go with State on that one.
It's a turbo tax.
I say adversary. Nah. To be really honest with you, it's the RC Cola of.
It really is. I mean, he
tax
ain't lying on that.
It's one that you probably heard of by region. And usually those are like,
Yeah, it does the job.
The
Wasabi Fenway Bowl, SMU versus Boston College.
Now, stop. This is just a easy home game for Boston College that they probably will fucking lose against SMU, but I'm not going there. Here's the thing. Wasabi. What the fuck is that? And I'm thinking, like, why wasabi? It's Boston. And I looked it up. It's a cloud service.
And Boston does have tech places up there too, so it tracks.
It tracks. It tracks.
Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, Rutgers versus Miami.
Rutgers versus Miami. Both teams that I do not like in college football.
I don't like Miami.
I do not like neither of them. And we didn't really talk about it, and I'm not going to make a big old rant out of it. But when somebody's trying to make their point about Florida State being knocked out of the contention of, actually, I'll wait for that when we get to the end of this. But yeah, I just wait till that and get into it. It's not a big deal, but I just got to get out of it. Anyway,
Lawnmower Company, basically.
Of course, I'm going to get one. If I ever give it a big ass shot, I'm getting one. All that power. Doesn't cut that well, but it got a lot of power.
For shame, D. You gotta go John Deere, sir.
I feel like John Deere is the better quality, but Bad Boy Motors really gets your dick hard. You know what I mean?
John Deere is like the Honda Civics of.
Hey, fuck that. Want a V8 around your cock? Yeah. Step over here. To show you all the features on it, because Bad Boy mowers are they're good. They're good. Problem is, I just got this feeling they don't cut well.
Hank Hill will not approve of Bad Boy mowers.
I got a feeling like Hank was like, girl, that seems like a lot of unnecessary power when you just need something calm and sturdy or some shit like that. You know how he talks.
Pop-Tarts Bowl, NC State versus Kansas State.
Oh man, K-State gonna run them niggas over. Speaking of which, one of the best memes I've seen. Motherfucking North Carolina State. All these Wolfpack fans mad at North Carolina State for pushing them over and ranking. You took everything from me, North Carolina. I don't even know who you are. Let me tell you something about that rivalry, the Wolfpack versus the Tar Heels. There isn't one if you ask D.
Maybe in basketball, but
no, it ain't. Not even basketball. Don't do that. I feel that way. I'm just like North Carolina. I don't even know who you are.
Meanwhile, Wake Forest. Hey guys, what's up? Shut the fuck up, Wake Forest.
Shut the fuck up. Grown folk talking. Yeah, this stranger over here talking to me. You know who I am.
I swear to God, Wake Forest is like it exists.
Wake Forest has actually been better, okay?
They are the better.
They're not the punching bag they used to be. They're not. So we can't.
I don't know, dude. When you remember the OG ACC when it was just like the whole lineup, it was like Wake Forest always felt lost in the sauce. Wake Forest and NC State felt lost in the sauce because it was like Maryland, the Tar Heels.
Here's the funny thing. I want to put this out to everybody. Tim Duncan was a difference maker when he was on Wake Forest, but trust me, it ain't like he moved the fucking needle over there. He was still getting ran to death by everybody in North Carolina, yeah?
I forgot Clemson was in the ACC.
Clemson. I feel bad for their basketball
boys
squad.
Of the ACC.
I feel bad for their basketball squad, yeah? I feel sorry for their mother. That's like, how I feel about their squad.
During the heyday of Gary Williams and our boy Juan Dixon and them, there was 1 year Clemson was good, and then the other 3, they were the whipping boys of the ACC. You need an easy win, you get Clemson.
I feel like Wake Forest always get motherfuckers that are superstars and then low. Oh, God, I got to get to the NBA now. Chris Paul did the same thing. He like, I stayed here way too long.
Smells like bitch in here. Get the fuck out of here.
Smells like I ain't getting no awards. Smells like I ain't ever going to get a championship. I'm a champion. Tim Duncan in the motherfucking ACC was not beat up. It wasn't like he was a bitch, but it didn't make a difference. But he was the number 1 pick, and he's a motherfucking greatest all time. So what you gonna say? Anyway.
But anyways, so the Valero Alamo Bowl, Valero being the gas company, right?
The cheap ass gas, yeah.
Gas. Arizona versus Oklahoma.
That's going to be a decent game. Arizona's a lot better than I give them credit for. I don't think this game is going to be that good, though. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma though.
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, Clemson versus Kentucky.
Yeah, I said it. The Kirkland brand of tax service.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Tax Slayer been here for years, but you only use that if you already had an account with them, type of thing.
Nobody willingly is like, how many?
Only first year people that got taxes and don't have parents to help them get Tax Slayer. Okay. Grow up and get TurboTax. Jesus. I'm going to leave more money. Shut the fuck up. Either go to the H&R Block
or get TurboTax.
Or go get TurboTax. Be an adult, nigga. Jesus.
These TurboTax helps you if you fuck up.
I feel like Tax Slayer. Here's the fucked up part. Tax Slayer is probably better. We will fucking never know because I don't give a shit.
Tax Slayer is going to end up having you like that Cuba Gooding meme where you come out in handcuffs.
Anyway,
it's like, Chris, why are you in handcuffs? Tax evasion.
Tax evasion. You had a little tax evasion. Oh God, that's funny. That's funny.
This is even more funny. Tony the Tiger.
You want to know the truth? I'm being real.
Oregon State versus Notre Dame.
Now,
fuck Notre Dame. I'm going Oregon
Notre
State.
Dame who? Oregon State?
Fuck Notre Dame. Oregon State all the way.
I'll go with that too. But check this out. I hate how much of a kid I am. Because when I saw that, of all the fucking marketing I see on here, that's the only one I saw and I legit smiled. Whereas like Tony the Tiger. I'm for that. I'm for
Kellogg's is counting money.
Oh yeah, it's a Kellogg's Bowl, but real talk. It's about the star of the motherfucking show. Tony the Tiger. And I'll be real with you, as a grown man that only needs fiber and not all the little fruity shit anymore. Tony is still there for me.
Held it down.
Held it down. Hold my heart. I'm going to help you out, Tony. Give me the map, Scott. Give me the map, Scott.
AutoZone Liberty Bowl, your old stomping grounds.
I was in advance. I was
advanced. My bad. Your rival.
Which I got a feeling they're going to end up taking one of these one day.
If I take this one just to sit there and be a pissing contest and shit,
that's fucked up, D. I put the CVS of car parts. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's your rival.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because people at CVS help you. Anyway,
Memphis and Iowa State.
That's going to be a decent game. But Memphis is going to win that.
The Trans Perfect Music City Bowl, Auburn versus Maryland.
Now, D has this to say. The Trans Perfect Music City Bowl live in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, here's the thing about D. You got to say right here. If you don't know what that is, Trans Perfect is a language translation service that is out there for people and all the rest of that. Yada yada woo woo woo. D has a problem with you putting the word trans and perfect in the middle of fucking Nashville. You are just asking. You're asking for that redneck.
Folks doing here.
You waiting for some dude named Russell, real name Rusty, to come up there with the worst pipe bomb ever made. Boy, I saw that Trans Perfect, and I thought to myself, hey D, I know we see a lot of these websites that be really hate baiting and shit like that. D, I highly doubt you gonna click on that. It is some gender transitioning service. I'm not sure. Click, click, click. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Language.
That was funny, man. It's about language. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah. But who's gonna be in that one? Maryland and who?
Auburn versus Maryland.
Auburn can suck a dick. They're gonna lose this one, man. I see how y'all played against Alabama. That was the last of your spirit.
About to get Tua's baby brother to whoop your ass. The Barstool Sports, fuck Barstool Sports, by the way. Arizona Bowl, Toledo versus Wyoming.
Does this take place at Sun Devil Stadium?
Arizona Stadium.
Arizona Stadium.
Yeah.
So it's in Glendale.
Yeah.
or Scottsdale. One of them.
Scottsdale,
Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, cool. I thought this took place in Arizona State, which is the party capital of the world when it comes to colleges. And I thought to myself, Barstool Sports. You mean the sports station that's made for all the white guys who were frat guys and never let go of that fucking imagery in their late motherfucking 30s and early 40s,
and drink Monster Energy drinks and
with fucking Bud Light, gross,
and drink Liquid Death because we need a man water.
You know what I mean? And then y'all motherfuckers get like, I'm thinking to myself, the young 18, I'm sorry, I forgot these are Barstool Sports fans. These young 17 to 23-year-old girls are in trouble in that stadium. If this is nearly as toxic as it should be. But it ain't gonna be like that. We already know it ain't.
Some of them will still wear Ed Hardy, so you know.
Oh man, think about that one dude that had kids around the same time I had kids, and now he's out. He ain't been out in a while. He's still wearing Ed Hardy shirts like it's 2011. Ooh, they exist. Them niggas exist, man. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, Chad. So what year was you born? 84? 83. I knew it.
Fucking knew it. Knew it the whole time.
Fucking knew it. What was your first kid? Let me see a picture. Let me see the picture.
The Relia Quest Bowl, Wisconsin versus LSU.
Wisconsin versus LSU. Of course, I'm going for Wisconsin. With LSU. But let me tell you something, man. That's going to be a little bit tougher. They got the Heisman Trophy winner out there for LSU, and I think LSU is going to win it. No matter. It don't fucking matter. ReliaQuest, I had to look at who they were because I've been wondering for years who they were. They're internet security. Did not know that.
Tech Industry is coming into the bowl game sponsorship game.
They've been there for a while, man. They've been there for a while because I remember IBM back in the day had like a couple of these. IBM, Dell, Gateway had something, young. So yeah.
Tax write-off. The Cheez-It Citra Bowl, Cheez-Its. The snacks that are actually fucking addicting as shit.
I told this to my wife. I know if I'm the Cheez-Its people, I'm pissed off because last year they had total rights to their bowl where it's just the Cheez-Its Bowl, and they lost that to Pop-Tart Bowl, and I know them niggas is heated that they lost that shit.
Lost the Kellogg's.
But hold on, but if they're still on there, wait a minute, that was Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, right? Kellogg's is Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
I think they're part of the same thing. Ain't Kraft and Kellogg under the same people?
I don't know. It's
I think Kellogg and Kraft are on the same folk, because I know Kraft owns everybody. But I'm just saying, don't Kellogg and Kraft ain't they on like the same parent company? Because everything in this world is owned by like only 6 people, and hell is no longer a place that is imagined, but is actually real and here on Earth.
Yeah.
So let me say, Kellogg's split in 2. So it must be, it must be one of those.
Iowa and Tennessee, though.
Iowa, Tennessee. That's going to be a decent game, but Tennessee's going to beat Iowa. Iowa has not been convincing this year to me, so I'm going with Tennessee in that one.
Now, there was a bit of New Year. Yeah, this is the New Year's 6. So we have the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, Missouri versus Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. I think Ohio State gonna win that one.
Yeah. Goodyear tires, obviously. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Ole Miss
chicken.
Mm-hmm. Ole Miss versus Penn State. They play on a Saturday, which means you can get a chicken sandwich and go to the game.
Oh my gosh! You see how that's available? See what you did there? Come on, get some Polynesian sauce. I'm going with who was playing that?
Ole Miss and Penn State.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute, Ole Miss?
Ole Miss and Penn State.
Oh God, D does not have a dog.
I would say Penn State.
I'm gonna go with SEC is better than Big Ten all the time, so I'm gonna go with Ole Miss.
All right. The Capital
I don't
One.
like Ole Miss. You know I don't, man.
Capital One Orange Bowl, Georgia versus Florida State. Now, here's a controversy that happened. So they're doing announcements for, who's going to be in the playoffs. So Florida State, if you know, they went undefeated the whole season. The last 3 games they didn't have their starting quarterback due to a leg injury. They still won the game because the defense was shutting down teams left and right, which was fucking phenomenal. They didn't get it because you basically, from the committee's perspective, them not having their quarterback kind of dings them in terms of getting into the playoffs. And to be honest, they should have just said, hey, it wouldn't be an entertaining game because they don't have their star player. And that's
Exactly.
basically what it was.
And here's the thing. I'm not against that logic because it sounds stupid because I don't like that. That's literally canceling out a game because you're going for your pocket. And that is cheating kids out, in my opinion.
Especially Florida State, who was like, "Oh shit, we went undefeated and our quarterback was down." Damn.
Before I carve into them in a second from now, they have every right in the world to feel that they got cheated, and I think they kind of did. I'm not going to deny them on that. I feel like they did, but I have a better and more logical reason why y'all didn't make it. Who did y'all play? Miami. Don't say Miami. Louisville. Don't say Louisville. Who did you really play that make me say, oh man, this team is good enough to play against? No, because real talk, every SEC team that's like Michigan, like Georgia and Alabama can fucking take your head off, you know. So my thing is, I understand from the aspect of how they cheated them out of the game, they got totally cheated. I do feel them on that, and if they can do any type of action where it's like clicked over in the future or some bullshit, fine, go for it. You know, just get your moral victory out of it. But still, I think they got cheated. But real talk, y'all didn't make it enough to me. I'm being honest, and as much as I feel like they were like you remember when Central Florida had that same problem? It feels like that. Unlike Cincinnati, who actually beat a couple people that deserve rank to be in the playoffs and got bounced properly, but still they beat a couple people. Like Central Florida did it. It's the same sense to me. Huh?
I would say this.
So
I would say this.
I do feel how they feel though. They kind of got cheated on that end, man. Which is stupid. It's like because if they had enough to make it, they should have made it there. You know what I mean?
But but somebody said it best though. Same time, I think even Deion said it. You need to save it in the playoffs. So fuck it.
Yeah.
There you go. So we'll see how it goes on that one.
And I'm with you on that, Troy. I'm with you on that. They're gonna get bowled over as soon as they play Georgia. Was you think Georgia, who ain't like a fucking mad hornet right now, that they lost to Alabama?
I don't know, man. Florida State might. They might both these teams are going to go in pissed off. So
I think they are. I think they're good. Both are good and pissed. We're going to see which one breaks. And now you know what? I'll give you that because it should have never came to this. My problem is when it comes to these situations where everybody picks sides and it gets volatile. Of course, because sometimes it is your team on the line. But some shit is like, yo, man, look, y'all should have did it right in the fucking first place. If they had enough to make it, they should have made it. And whatever.
The Verbo Fiesta Bowl, Liberty versus Oregon.
I don't care. I hope Liberty loses.
Oregon. Yeah, I got for Oregon. Now,
Jimmy Falwell don't deserve no residuals in hell if by these standards. So,
the Rose Bowl presented by Prudential Insurance Company,
of course.
Alabama versus Michigan. Because fuck Michigan, I'm going Alabama for this game.
Sir. I don't like Alabama this year.
Oh, damn.
And you want to know something funny? As much as I agree that they're better than Florida State would have had their ass. I don't think they beat Georgia, but they will beat fucking Alabama. So I got Michigan winning this one.
All right.
I do.
The All-State Sugar Bowl, another insurance company. Texas and Washington. I'm at an impasse here because I like Washington and I like Texas.
I don't like Texas. They got a great squad this year.
I lean it towards Washington.
They got a great squad this year. I think they'll probably have the edge, but I'm going for Washington to win. I don't think they'll win, but I don't think they got it. But that's who I'm rooting for.
I got Bama Washington for the national championship presented by
AT&T. Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you. I got Michigan. I got Michigan versus Texas.
Ooh.
And this is going to hurt me saying this. Jim Harbaugh is the greatest. I think they're going to win it this year. There are some teams, the way I've seen this team play the last three weeks of the season, I'm convinced with Michigan. I think they can win this whole thing. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. That's just me.
Yeah. So yeah, that is it on the NCAA football. So here we are at the NFL season.
Yes.
We've come to that magical time where the MVP conversations are coming up. Dak is at the forefront, which we'll get into in a second on how.
I'm sorry, Dak is what?
Apparently, Dak is at the forefront, possibly. Oh yes, yes indeed, yes.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, this magnificent guy.
Yes.
Woo. So it's one thing for Dak. They're beating up all these fucking, dominating all these low-level teams. Mm-hmm. The test came in a Thursday night game against Seattle. A game where there was no punts. No punts.
None.
A game in which Dallas' defense weren't doing anything, and Dak was like, he did the Cam Newton. Guys, my man, every play, he went out there. Seattle would be like, oh, yeah, we're up on Dallas. Dak, bet. Phew, touchdown.
Dak kept the fucking 16-wheeler going in a straight line that entire time.
It was like guaranteed either a touchdown or field goal. It was like, bro, what is going on tonight?
I think the one thing, here's the thing. I think Dallas' defense just got caught flat-footed No, they got caught flat-footed on quite a few plays.
DK was the reason.
Not just DK. I thought who's it? Charbonnet or whatever his last name is.
Yeah, Charbonnet.
Yeah, I thought he was
rookie. He finally opened up.
Opened up, but I think what I'm noticing is it was one of those things where the defense would do it where they'll play loose on like either running or something to compensate for something else. And I noticed that they were going to force you to stay on the ground because you're not really going nowhere. Yeah, he's going to get some of these. Is going to go 8-4, but there's no constant threat from the running attack because the second both of them get 2 runs get stuffed, you're going to have to go to the air. And at that point, all we have to do is start locking down and being more sharp with it. What I was impressed by was the fact that, yes, Deron looked like fucking teriyaki chicken out there. Oh, my God, that dude got cooked so bad.
That's why they had to switch him off. They switched him off with Gilmore. They was like, hey, Gilmore, you're going to have to be on DK, dog.
Yeah, he had no choice, man. DK, first off, any number one receiver is going to get their edge.
The nigga is my height, so he already dwarfs Bland.
And he's almost 300-something pounds, man. And he can run faster than everything out there, huh?
So that was a mismatch until, like I said, when Gilmore got on him, then it was better.
It's like he's really the live-action version of Bob Sapp. Like, seriously, too big, too fast, too powerful. But Seattle can't write up schemes, and to be honest with you, they're not a good enough team to hold on to a lead. I don't know what happened to Tyler Lockett. Thank the football guys that this dude got stone hands and couldn't grab a thing. Dallas did what they needed to do, which was put their foot on their throat. Yes, you and I, we were scared a little bit, but we got the motherfuckers. We were scared just a little bit. We won that shit, man. Dak hold his own to that shit, nigga.
The piece de resistance, though. So the Eagles, just like Dallas, they were kind of on a long game tear. They got demolished by the 49ers, which I'm just going to say this about the 49ers. We know they have weakness in their armors. And here's the problem that happened with the Philly. When you play the 49ers and you get to the fucking red zone, get a touchdown. Because what we've noticed about San Fran is if Philly was up 14-0, you just made Brock Purdy one-dimensional because they have no choice but to throw the ball because they're not going to – they'll throw it to Christian McCaffrey. They're going to have to throw because they got to catch up now. You're down 14-zip. But when you're down 6-0, no worries. It's a 6-0. We can do it. And you can't go 6-0 on the 49ers. You have to actually put up quality points.
You have to. And what I also noticed about Philly from that game and into the Dallas game, there's this weird laxness that this defense has. And I think they're either getting tired or they've really been they're a lot more rickety than I gave them credit for. Like, remember I already told you that their defense was suspect. I really don't know how good their defense is because the type of offense that Dallas has, it takes a little bit for it to warm up. So how in the world did we lay all these points on you, positive points? And the only time we had a fumble was good defense on y'all. Fletcher Cox came right through that motherfucker, stripped Dak perfectly, bop right out. I couldn't even get mad at the fumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you just see like, that's a good hit, nigga. He caught Dak.
It wasn't really Dak's fault. It was just
that was a good hit.
All right, cool.
I'm not even mad at it, dog. That was good defense, man. But other than that, there was no happiness on that fucking defense, man. They couldn't really stop nothing at the end of the day.
I knew that game was over against the Eagles when Dak, first possession, touchdown. I was like, oh, it's going to be that kind of game, huh?
Oh, God. You thought the same thing, too?
But, dude.
I was like, all right, that was kind of quick. All right, Dallas, stay in it. And we get to the second quarter, they still ain't nothing on the board. I was like, bro, are you serious, Eagles? All right, look. Are y'all going to do that shit? Because y'all haven't shown me this year that y'all can. But are you going to do that shit where y'all wake up and actually do some shit? Well, they did that to the Rams. But here's the thing. That's the Rams. And I told everybody at the Rams game, that had me worried. They let the Rams roll on them, and they had to wake up in that second half. So one thing I heard from I listened to I'm a fan because I don't listen to this shit unless we win games. I was listening to the sounds on the sideline where they got the players mic'd up, and I don't know who was on the defense. One of the defensive linemen, he said it. I don't think it was on D-Law, but one of them said it. He said, "Hey, the whole point, like, remember the whole point of the game is don't let it get to the touch push. Don't let it get there.
Yeah,
don't let it get to it because they got 2 yards. They're gonna try that bullshit." And more than likely, they're going to get it on us. But here's what we do: don't set ourselves up. And they played great with that, man.
Stop for a second. You're in a tree. His newest video. They said, and the Seahawks has to play who again? Show the Eagles with the one-wing angel. Do. It is all the tush pushes to the beat of one-winged angel. Bro, I was driving, watching that, and I was in tears. Bro, dog, dude, but here's the thing. The big dick swinging from Dak Prescott in that press conference when he sat there and was like, I should have put 50 up in that game. I don't know what was wrong for me today. And I was like, what?
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Bro, he said
he literally was like that after that. Like, I'm tired of y'all coming in here every single year. Shut up.
When he said that I should have put 50 dub, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm like, yo.
I'm disappointed in myself. I should have rocked these niggas. You know a nigga's on demon time. You know a nigga's on demon time when he's like, I should have fucked y'all up.
Hey. He had Michael Parsons in that Seattle game blushing when he said, hey, finish this shit. Michael was like, I gotta admit, that was my quarterback, dog. I was blushing.
Man, Dak that whole game was walking up and down the sideline. He had this was a big game for him. Real talk, for his career, this was a I want to say like a big defining moment. Like, it was a historic game. I'm not going that far, but this we see this in different players where we see a flashpoint in a player where this is like, okay, this ain't Dak Prescott no more. This is a different dude. This is a different quarterback. I think he's arrived. He came forward. So, Chris, I have to say it. You have been saying it for how long? Since he walked in the league.
Now everybody is seeing what I have seen for the last couple years.
Bro. You have been banging that.
We see potential.
I will give you that.
We have seen it. And look, even he sees it because he even said it. And I think every commentator was saying, like, after the San Fran game, it's like a light bulb. And like he was like, yeah, I just realized I need to start using my legs more because if they're running their routes, if I can extend the play, I know they're going to be there. And look, I don't want to sit there and blow the bubble here, but Jake Ferguson, that white boy can run.
I think he's the one they want.
He got under Jamal. He got under Jamal Adams' skin.
Dog, the way he's been playing these last 3 weeks, man, he is insane, man. Insane.
Leaping over motherfuckers.
But look. Thing is this. Philly, you know, like I said, game was over, all the rest of that shit. Something interesting D saw. I didn't think nothing of it until I got confirmation. You mean to tell me Jalen Hurts didn't go out there to hug Dak Prescott after the game? Hey, here's the thing. Hey, Philly, I hope y'all come back us and smack the shit out of us. Let's just rob. I can't stand Philly. Boy, let this rivalry brew.
This light skin violence is crazy.
Look, I hope it don't happen in the playoffs, but I really hope Jalen walking back today, I hope he cried. I hope he cried a little. I hope he did. Not calling him a bitch. I hope it's one of those things where it's like, you all right, Jay? I'm fine, man. Like, it hurt his pride. I hope it did. Because now the NFC East is about to be primetime football. Because real talk, and I mean this, you got two of the best quarterbacks in one division, and it's both teams that can't stand each other. That always deliver on football. So
I need hate.
I need hate. That's what I need.
Speaking of which, hey, Steelers fans, how you feeling?
Oh man. I'll say it for all the Steelers fans.
You let the Zapster beat you?
You let Zappy get you.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You just had to walk on the field and win Pittsburgh. That's all you had to do.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
The AFC is such a shit show. It's like 6 teams at 7-6 now.
Oh God. I like how they made it worse for themselves. The Steelers went from, I need everybody to understand this. The Steelers went, and I do not joke. I did this, and it was an asshole thing for D to do, and I don't care because they're Steelers fans. I told this to my family. I was like, I don't want to rub this in, but this comes off of a week and a half ago when you guys had your most productive offensive game in 6 years. Yeah. Straighten your shit. Yeah. The rest of the NFL, we don't like it. And no. Shh, sweetie. So no. I'm Dallas. We're a better team. And this smuts that's on the field, I don't like it. Oh, I was a dick for that. But no, for real. I mean it. They have nobody on that squad.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You just had to kick field goals, and somehow Pittsburgh found a way to throw it directly in the dirt.
Yo.
I am so pissed that they lost
Zeke
that game,
had
man.
probably his best game with
Zeke
the Patriots this
showed
season.
up.
And Zappy showed up too.
Let me tell you something. Number one, Mike Tomlin better be glad it takes them a full 5 years to fire people. Number one.
Not if you're above 500, D.
Shut the fuck up. Because you know that's what the ownership is saying right now. Well, Mike is still above 500. He's a good Negro. Like, Dad, please stop saying that.
Well, they're 10-7. That's great.
I feel bad for Pittsburgh. I don't know how dog, for real talk. I don't know how they're gonna get over this trash pile that's in the next 2 games, man. But they're gonna have to find a way to have a winning record, or they just blew their whole season.
But D, on brighter note, you know what time it is.
Okay, Chris. Let me make it very clear. no one deserved to win this game. But unfortunately, we live in a time where winners have to be made and people got bets. So somebody has to win a game.
Also, the NFC is here's how sick it is. So Dallas and Eagles, they're going to be flip-flopping on that first top wild card spot. This is a fight for the last 2 wild card spots, and the Buccaneers are in the mix.
Do you know
This is sick.
that the Buccaneers have a chance to be in the playoffs?
Playing the South.
Hold on, not off of winning the South, but because the rest of the fucking this is one of the worst years of football ever.
It's the greatest story ever, D.
There's no hyperbole coming out of D's mouth that no, this has been without a doubt top 3 in my lifetime. I've been around since 1983. This has been one of the worst years of American football ever. It is pathetic, the game that I'm seeing out there this year.
Uwe wrote this NFL season, sir.
What you say?
Uwe wrote this NFL.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I feel like Terrence Malick wrote this shit. It's going to get really, really good at the end, but it's going to be like artistic, like Dak Prescott's going to make the touchdown and everything is going to go black and it's going to go like a Neon Genesis where his mom was like, congratulations, Jerry Jones, congratulations. Like, I feel like whoever wrote this season needs to get fired.
Because even with Atlanta losing, they're still in the mix too. And I'm like, yo, this is a shit.
I love that the Buccaneers were giving the game to Atlanta.
Yeah.
They were literally passing the game off. And what happened was, even though they're taking teams, they're not taking teams. They're teams for a playoff spot. So you know that despite everybody kind of giving up, the bake's going to bake, baby. The bake is going to that's enough of that shit. But the point is, Baker showed up at the very end of the game, became a hero, and I'm sitting there like, this is the NFC South. Wow. Wow, yeah.
No, Lions, you are who we knew you were. You let the Bears.
After the FTR match, I saw
Accusations.
These are not accusations. This is
False accusations.
And
Who are they frauds? Are the Lions frauds?
They might get bopped out the wild card at this point.
Dog,
first round exit possibly.
You know, it's one thing for us to say the Ravens because the Ravens are a good team that can't find stability. That's one thing saying that. But the Lions, are they frauds? Are they going to really lose in the wild card game? Oh God, I hope so.
If they don't get their discipline tightened up, they will.
Dan Campbell about to have a full-on fucking heart attack on that sideline. Die young, and the city of Detroit ain't going to deserve a good coach for the next 18 years because y'all want to not follow instructions and shit.
Dan, you can't eat any red meat. I'm done.
Dan Campbell leaves us early because motherfucking Detroit don't know how to motherfucking have offensive efficiency after hearing the Pro Bowl tight end try to tell them how to play football. Okay, Jared Goff just decided. Wasn't like during like a bye week. He was talking to a friend. It was like, I bet I can look like I was 2 years ago. Like, did he say that?
Apparently he did.
This is LA Rams, Jared Goff, man. What is going on?
Also, Justin Fields is playing for another team next season, and odds are he might be down in Atlanta. Good for him if that happens.
I think he should go somewhere that ain't motherfucking Chicago. And I don't know if Atlanta would be better, but anything's better than Chicago right now.
Good luck to Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is going to enjoy wherever the hellscape he's going to. Because it might be Chicago. Remember, Chicago gave away their picks.
Yeah, but they still get the first pick though.
They still get the pick. Who they got their pick now? I think who? Caleb. Wait a minute, huh?
Caleb is who they're going for. Oh no, not Chicago. It's the
it ain't Chicago.
The Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers still got a first pick, so they're gonna have to get.
Caleb.
Speaking of which, stop putting Bryce Harper. Stop putting Bryce out there, yeah. Stop putting him out there. He killing that young man.
That kid's having PTSD. Like, ah.
Oh man, he gonna be seeing ghosts all summer. He ain't gonna be able to hold his daughter because y'all want to fuck up and not get this young man
He
online.
sees Micah Parsons in his dreams, and that was like
Bryce
4 weeks
Young-
ago.
I really do feel like Bryce Young really just lied to like everyone in college. Like he's not even remotely as good. You know what? And I'm never, like I said again, I'm not going to put that on him. I'm putting that on North Carolina. Carolina being terrible.
Yeah.
But still, you know.
Oh, man. Jacksonville. I think this is that.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
They had a chance.
They had a chance.
Multiple chances.
They had Lawrence came out there and everything. Let me tell you something that's amazing. We are sitting here in 2023, and Joey Flacco just earned a starting job in the NFL.
My man was playing football with his kids in the backyard, and he got the call from the Browns on, what are you doing? He was supposed to interview for a sportscasting gig, and they were like, hey, Joe, what are you doing? We need you up here in Cleveland right now. So,
And he said yes, and he's having a Vinny Testaverde type of moment in his life. And here's the thing, and I talked to this to somebody yesterday, with my coworker. We was basically saying the same thing. There should be no reason why, but we really mean this. There should be no reason why Cam Newton is not given this chance. The problem about Cam Newton is he don't know how good he is now, and that's not disrespect to him.
also, Cam was
It's
just,
him.
I don't know.
It's like that's what I'm saying. It's no disrespect to him. It's like, Cam, I need you to recognize you're an 81 at best. Okay? You're not a 94. You're still not the man. You're not an elite quarterback whatsoever. If a pass rush coming here, I doubt you can outrun anybody. So, that being said, put your ego up and try to win games. I'll be real with you. Cam ain't that person.
He could have wanted to.
He should be. I mean that. Cam should be
Yeah.
I don't mean it like yo, this sounds, I really mean it. This is from my heart. There's no reason why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He should be having Hall of Fame shit right now.
Yeah.
I really fucking mean that. I'm upset that Cam wasn't the black quarterback to win his ring.
Yeah.
I'm very upset about that. Not that he lost to Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that you couldn't take your L's properly, the fact that every time something happened, we can see it on your face. There was no calmness to you. And now no white man want to deal with you. And that's the most important part. It ain't that the fans don't like him. It's not like players in the NFL don't like him. It's when all that ownership out there don't like you. And let's just be real, Cam. You dogged everybody out. So only a few teams are going to fuck with you, and those few teams ain't what you want at all.
Oh,
Unless you want to be here in Washington not making shit.
I just said it. So Panthers traded the pick.
They traded a pick?
Yeah, Panthers traded the pick, so it might be Chicago. Maybe it might
Is
be
it Chicago?
We'll see.
See now this is concerning me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel that Cam should be out there. But Joey Flacco's out there having probably one of the best games he had in a long, long time. Not even joking.
I mean, it was like vintage Joey Flacco.
Check down machine, but Njoku ate. He ate. Good game for him, man.
Live look at the Houston Texans right now.
And I can't take this shit no more, man.
When CJ Stroud got that concussion, the Houston fans were like, no. I can do this shit. You let the Jets.
Mr. Lovey. Mr. Lovey, what are you doing in there?
Habibi firebombing got a missile tuck. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up. Lifestyle.
Texans, I told you weeks ago, as much as I love CJ Stroud, he was the rookie MVP for me this year. As much as I love CJ, oh my God, y'all don't deserve him. Y'all don't deserve a second of him. And it looks like the shit is about to roll down the hill with the Texans, young.
Dude,
They are in worse shape. They are in worse shape than I think they're in right now, man.
Zach, they got a gun to my head. Wilson playing lights out in that second half, though.
Woo.
Blink once, Zach, if they hold you at gunpoint, hold your family
Man,
hostage.
Zach went out there and was like, all right, guys, there's not much for me to do, but only win. Let's win.
Hey, he was looking like an actual quarterback. I was like, holy shit.
Man, look, man, everybody's allowed to have a jolt of energy. Everybody's entitled to that, all right? Everybody's entitled to that. Come on, man. Everybody's gonna dunk on the team with the shortest people. Come on.
So we got the Ravens. You know what? The Ravens beating the Rams. I clowned it because I really was feeling some way about the Ravens letting the Rams come back like that. But for them to do what they did, it proved why they have the number one seed. In the in the AFC, and why you can't sleep on them, because they're deceptive in a way. Like you have to really keep your foot on their necks if you're going to beat the Ravens, basically.
And I think the Ravens have to realize that they have to do that themselves. Like, they really have a tough time closing out games and really solidifying themselves. And to me, they have this very big vulnerability in the second half, where I think a better team like San Francisco or Dallas can eat them alive. So I think that's their real big problem, is that their offense sputters at the worst time, and their defense does the same fucking thing. And much like Dallas a couple weeks ago, I don't like y'all diet. So I can't tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people you beat, I don't like, man.
Yeah.
So far right now, the Bears got the first pick. New England is currently sitting at number 2.
Okay.
The Cardinals at 3, the Commanders at 4, and the Bears at 5. So yeah, there you go on that, man. Those are the top 5.
Vikings Raiders goes down as a locale of the week for me, because 3-0, and both teams really. It's
did
like,
you know my boys who still have a low football IQ questioned what the fuck I said. I was like, and the Vikings and Raiders are over 3-0. What? Wait a minute, they only scored a field goal? Sons, this is NFL history.
Oh, yes, it is.
I have no comment on the game.
It was a shit show.
I have zero comment on the game. I have seen at least 10 minutes of that game. I have no comment. It is literally some of the worst. I said it earlier. This has been the worst year of football. Yeah, this is terrible, man. Anyway, I'm your boys, man.
Speaking of which, Bronco Country, let's ride, because they're in the mix now, baby.
Yep, they in the mix, and a lot of us kind of gave up on them, but they here. Let's ride tonight, nigga. Right now they're sitting at 7-6. If I would have told anybody that, like, this makes no sense. Bills 7-6, Broncos 7-6, the Browns at 8-5, Steelers 7-6, Bengals 7-6, Jaguars 8-5, Colts 7-6, Texans 7-6.
Yeah.
This is mediocre city, baby. Mediocre city. Gotta love it. Primetime football, baby.
But really, while we're here, the last game, the controversial game, Bills and Chiefs. That was a game where we know that the storied history between both of these teams, especially last season, in the game in which the Bills thought they had it, and then Mahomes, yeah.
So this year, same shit, different on course.
Play that happened that were it not for a flag, which we'll talk to in a second on why, yeah, it definitely would have had Josh Allen looking like that on the sidelines. Like,
what happened was one of the most amazing things happened. Now, what we see here is the lineup. Now, ignore what we all know. We all know what's going to happen. Now, I want you to see what happened where you line up, down set Hut, going through the side, going off a straight right was motherfucking Travis Kelce. Boom, good catch, runs. 2 men in front of him. He sees Tony wide open. Boom, caught, zoom, touchdown. Very, very impressive. And you saw the flag. And I was telling myself this because I saw it. And I said, he was offsides, wasn't he? Now, Chris, the amount of copium I have seen,
he's literally past the line. I'm like, bro.
There is no way. There's another line right there just to indicate how much space is between the ball and his foot. He is totally lined up. Now, I heard this and I told myself, well, would it be one of these situations? Because I was going with this, and Richard Sherman was talking about if it was something like that situation, you talk to the referee, because I'm a defender. He looked at Mike Irvin. I'm gonna be up on you, right? He's like, yes, you are. So I'm gonna be as close as I can up you on the line, and I'm gonna look at the ref. Is my foot good? Because I don't want to be over that thing because I already got a seam, I got whatever, or I got this press coverage. I'm gonna slow this dude down, whatever it would need to be. You mean to tell me wide receivers do the same thing? And somebody's like, well, if it happened early in the game and all that. No. If it happened early in the game, I guarantee you, they already told him, get off the fucking line. They probably let one thing go and they told him, get off that line. He kept on standing on that. No, I don't want to hear it, man. Cry me a river. And we're seeing this Kansas City Chiefs melt. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They are
they're going to be
apart.
They're going to have to road warrior in the playoffs, basically.
Boy, they are pissed. I have never seen Project Pat look that angry and that light skin on the sideline. He was mad. Now, yeah, bitching for no reason because y'all did it to yourselves. But yeah, man, he was pissed off, man. So, whatever. Finally, real quick, Monday night was a shit show. Mr. DeVito.
Oh, yes.
Fucking DeVito.
The DeVito. He did it.
DeVito. Say, nah, he's some shit. But Giants right now are happy, clicking their heels for no reason. That was an ugly-ass game. The only reason why is because Green Bay lost that game. Bay lost that game.
Real quick, too, before we go. Dolphins. Oh, we see the chink in your armor.
So let me get this shit straight. So Tyreek Hill sits down. All of a sudden, you ain't got nobody to throw to. Let me tell you something. There is nothing worse than having somebody that's rated a 99 on a team full of 74s, and that's exactly what the Miami Dolphins got. Damn, Miami Dolphins are. Boy, he is the offense. You lose him, you lose all of your fucking advantage on anybody, whether that be running or passing to someone else. You lose Tyreek, and you already ain't got Waddle.
Yeah.
Best part about all this, I am going to bed, and I'm going. How are the Titans coming back?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You let the Titans with nothing come back and beat y'all. You let Will Levis, who was throwing at the ground half the goddamn game, put on a performance for a rookie. Good for Will. But put on a performance and come back and win a game. You just gave that little boy confidence, man.
Damn shame.
Oh man, we're gonna win the AFC.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
Long as Tyreek Hill is on that bench, I don't know how much they winning. Period. I don't know how much. I don't know what I don't know what's gonna come. Like they ain't whatever.
But anyways, next week we'll definitely be talking, before Christmas. We're definitely gonna be talking more WWE stuff with CM Punk. Yeah, definitely that, and I think that's it for the week.
Yes,
I'm happy. So we will, and also update our rankings here on the Working Title Sports Show thing, picks and stuff. So we'll do that as well.
Yeah. So far, you are 21-14, and D is 19-16. I ran out of chalk. I gotta get more chalk. But yeah, I caught up with you. But next week we'll finish this up because we're in the last 3 weeks of the season, so we're gonna do that. But anyway,
All right.
yeah, that's Working Title Sports Show.
Peace.
Peace.